Go, go, go. Welcome.
I was waiting for you to say something. To say something. I was waiting for you to say something.
I counted it down.
Yeah.
Welcome. To another episodes of the episodes. I mean, we are multiple episodes in already, so
technically it's the second episode. We just finished filming the Liquor Store Blues episode for this particular cupcake prosecco. So go ahead and check that video out.
Yep, the link
in the description.
There you go. Exactly. That's exactly what we have. Descriptions. And it's on the bottom, just in case you don't know. Just in case you're new to YouTube and you don't know what's going on,
All right, Grandma. You got that?
another episode of this Mexican
show.
This Mexican guy.
This Mexican guy with his, what did he say?
I forgot
the friend.
And the friend.
and the friend.
And his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been interesting somewhere in New York City, if you ask me. Puff, puff, pass, which means you got to take 2 hits.
I did.
Oh, you did? All right, take a third one just for luck.
I don't appreciate this peer pressure, but you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Listen, it's not peer pressure if you like it. It's just showing you the way.
That sounds terrible. No, that's not true. Don't listen to this guy.
No, not at all. Listen to me. We're good people over here, We're just trying to make you better.
Yeah, by
making ourselves better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was an interesting thing because we're just starting to come out of COVID. With inflation, with everything that's going on right now, what is mind-boggling is the fact how many people travel. And a friend of mine, actually, he went to Dublin recently. Everything cool.
Dublin?
Dublin. Man is chilling. Went to Dublin on a work trip. Chilled over there for about a week. Came back with COVID. But he got the COVID on the plane because he tested negative when he boarded the plane.
Yo.
And he got it on the plane.
Did you hang out with him when he had COVID?
No.
Right.
He's from Florida, so.
Didn't you just go to Florida?
Yeah. That's exactly the same guy. I went to his wedding.
Oh,
in Orlando.
And he got COVID after the fact.
He got COVID. So we went to the wedding about 2 weeks ago. When we came back, 3 weeks ago. What am I talking about? 2 weeks. It was the Friday.
In the past, he came back.
It was the Friday after July 4th. So that'll make it July 8th. Right? So about 20 days.
All right.
Like 19 days, right? So he came back and I'm like, yo, cool, man. I mean, COVID is COVID, but you sure you ain't got that chicken monkeypox shit going on? Because that's another crazy. I don't know if it's going to be a pandemic.
No, well, I think it's what may make it a pandemic is the way it spreads. And so far, what they've said is that even though there's a lot of cases, so we should all still be safe and be cautious with things. I think we should go back to elbow highs and stuff. What they're saying is that it's transmitted through an exchange of fluids. So it's not like an airborne thing like COVID was. So it's not as contagious in that sense. But if you have a scrape or something, and you have a cut and you have it or something, just be careful, don't go smooching strangers too much, do it safe.
Or if you do, ask them if they got
itchy.
the vaccine for the monkeypox. Because there's apparently a vaccine going on too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the good thing about this one is that there was already a vaccine. The only thing is that there's a shortage. So I mean,
what else is new?
Yeah.
There's shortage of everything now. Except dumb people.
We gotta drop that shit and go warp speed and get that shit, multiplied.
Dude, no. There's a shortage of everything right now except dumb people, man. It is bonkers.
I'm good, by the way.
Yeah, me too. All right. Mm. We'll leave that for later. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what this is marijuana.
No, it's not. It's don't listen to him. This guy gets confused when he
Has 2 sips of alcohol.
tobacco. That's the word. Right?
Indian tobacco. But yeah, that like now it's becoming a thing. And it's quite interesting how. I guess it's because it was selling. I mean, don't get me wrong. COVID killed a shit ton of people.
Wait, what was selling?
Vaccines and just that whole fear, of like, oh, stay away. Didn't you just say that we're supposed to go back to like elbow high fives?
No,
which was very stupid, by the way.
I didn't say
during
Hold
COVID.
on,
No, that's fine. That's fine. I agree. Okay, I hear you. You didn't say it, but I want to talk about like that's gonna be a bit of a rant over here because I could never understand this bullshit. So. As he mentioned earlier, during COVID, we used to do the elbow what's ups, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of stupid if you think about it, because
What is that?
it's an airborne disease to which you're supposed to be a certain distance from a person. You're cutting your arm in half. Both ways to say what's up.
It's not 6 feet no more.
Exactly.
I mean,
what kind of shit is that?
I mean, I saw that more often towards the beginning, where they thought that. Oh no! Hold on, no. It's because it lasts on the surface. So like, if you touch somebody's, if like.
Yeah, dude, wash your hands.
Huh?
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Hold on. So you
coming like this,
so you telling
closer
me
to a person.
every time you say hi to somebody, you go wash your hands right away.
I mean, no. During COVID, I didn't say hi to that many people. Like, legitimately, did not shake that many hands.
That's what I'm saying. The elbow thing was just like, it was an example of a thing. I'm not saying it should just be like a blanket thing. I'm just saying.
I hear you, but it came up during COVID.
It's to limit the touch, huh?
But it came during COVID. You could have easily said like finger
fine.
touch. Like you can easily done this and just touch the tip of your fingers. Like,
All
but
right,
the
so
elbow,
then do that.
No, you know what I mean? Like, it just like it made no sense to me because it's an airborne disease, and you're getting closer to the air that person is breathing. Like, it makes absolutely zero sense.
But what if you're both wearing masks and you run into each other at the supermarket?
I see no reason why I would not shake your hand. In that case.
No, but then because then the thing is gonna live in your hand. If the other person has
Dude,
it,
we had the sanitizer bottles and everything.
That's what I'm saying. So were you like sanitizing your hand after every single person you met?
Back then, yeah. Like, not now anymore, because the virus mutated and it's not killing as many people as it was killing before. So right now, no. But back then, yeah. Especially like if I met you in a supermarket, like I'm not gonna give you, the pound hug thing, right? Like I'm not gonna do that, but I'll definitely even give you like most of the time I didn't even shake hands. I just gave pounds. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in that case, yeah, you stay over there. Gotta stay over here. But it was an interesting thing because. At that time, I was smoking a lot more weed than I'm smoking now. And that probably has to do with the way my personality changed during the pandemic. But a few things from that pandemic I remember. The first thing is that...
Your personality changed during the pandemic?
Oh, yeah.
Like, is it still changed, or did you go back to the way it was?
Still changed. And in a good way. Well, for example, I became more generous. Like I became, when I'm giving money tips, like back then when they were delivering the food, every single delivery guy got anywhere between $20 and $40. It depended on the amount and depended on where they left it, right? Because I had guys that would come and leave it right at my door. I had guys that would make me go downstairs. The ones that made me go downstairs got $20, but the ones that brought it to my door was 40 or 30, depending on the amount of cash I had on me. So that's one thing. The second thing is I became more productive because I really didn't do much during the pandemic except smoke weed, got into football, and when I say football, NFL, right? And I wasted a lot of time. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I cannot afford that anymore. I don't know why exactly. I don't know if it was the pandemic or my age that did that, but I walked into the pandemic at the age of 35, right? So actually, no, 34. And I came out of it at 36, and that time was just a big personal growth time for me, which I was not expecting.
It was definitely an experience. Yeah, for sure.
But it was an experience that made me want to be a better version of myself and constantly work on that and towards that, and no days off. Like, even during the pandemic, I decided, hey, maybe it's time to lose a little weight. Maybe it's time to start working out. I started walking a lot. I got to know my neighborhood a lot more. I understood how fucked up my neighborhood was because nobody just gave a fuck. People kind of lost courtesy towards one another. And I think it was just a time where people did not believe in themselves that they can handle it. And if you look around, 99.9% of the people are actually handling pretty good, but they just, for some reason, a lot of them don't have that belief. So
I'm sorry, the belief?
The belief that they can do better and they can constantly better themselves. Right? And it was interesting because during the pandemic is when I proposed. During the pandemic is where, I got, I think I saved money. During the pandemic is when I became more generous. During the pandemic is where I got closer to my family and to my friends that matter. And at the same time, got further away from the people that I already had doubts about, and just that kind of showed me who they really were and how much they didn't care. And I was like, oh, okay, well, then, you kind of have to take a sideline. That was a very interesting experience for me.
Hell yeah.
Because
no, I think I definitely relate. It was definitely an experience, and as tragic as it was, because a lot of people died, but I'm with you in that. I've always enjoyed my solitude. I've always enjoyed just being alone, and spending so much time away from work and being able to be home and just work on shit. Just every day I wake up, I would either play my guitar, I would draw, I would always be doing something. It was the best time. Personally, as fucked up as that was, is I'm just,
I mean, you started your business during the pandemic.
Exactly. I had all this freedom. I consider myself very, very fortunate. It's I had all this freedom that when I went back to work, it felt weird. I was so it was something that I had trying to figure out how to do it, how to if I could do it, how to handle it, leaving a salary job, it just after the pandemic, it was a moment of no, there's no how or if, it's when.
Yeah.
Like it's like this feels weird. You know what I'm saying? Like all my energies went from like all these projects that I started basically just hit a pause because when I went back to work.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and it just felt so off. You know? Yeah, dude.
I was a little bit different. Like I didn't do much. I told you I mostly smoked weed, watched football. Didn't pick up any new skill, which was kind of like a waste. But at the time, I think that made me create my own little hell. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be that person again. Because it was weird. It was like I was sitting home doing nothing. And I had that feeling that I'm saving the world. Because I was not in contact with a lot of people. And, the people that I was in contact with, I was careful and made the contact even more meaningful. Made seeing each other a lot more meaningful. And, the ones that didn't make any time, they just had to take a back seat, and they've been in the back seat ever since. And during that time, I also gained new friends, made new connections with people that I currently like. I'm not saying, that's probably one of the biggest part about growing up, is that when I see the people I used to hang out with and versus the people that I'm hanging out with now, right? Everybody that stayed around and stayed in my friend circle, or everybody that came in, were the exact type of good people that I like, right? Because, and the ones that took a back seat were the type of people that I already had doubts about, but something extreme like that needed to happen for me to be like, okay, it's time for you and I not talk at all anymore. I wish you all the best, have a good one, but this
Sometimes
relationship,
you gotta make those decisions. Like,
yeah.
This ain't working out, man.
Yeah, it's not only that it's not working out. It's like you and I had the same mentality 15, 20 years ago, but now you're still with that mentality, and I have grown out of it.
Yeah.
My mentality has changed. That's what highlighted it. And then all those people that I became new friends with, all the people that I made friends with, they're on the same level emotionally and thinking wise. They want to do something, they want to build something, they want to better the world, not just for themselves, but for everybody, right? And they want to do the right thing. And when I say the right thing, that's a very broad object, but they want to move society forward in a way that everybody would benefit from it.
Hell yeah.
Right? And while others who were like, let's say, a lot of the friends that I actually dropped were very critical of everybody around them for no reason. Like, they didn't...
That's such a strange characteristic, man.
Yeah. They were as if they were just like they were following an agenda instead of thinking for themselves. And I was like, oh damn. And all the things that happened in society during that time, that just added on to, you see how, like, I saw how those people reacted to certain events, and I was like, damn, like, you're making out of the fly an elephant. Like, you're blowing this way out of proportion. Like, it's, it got weird. And then I was like, you know what? Peace. Like, and I'm going to be honest, I ghosted And when I say ghosted, just stop talking to those people. I also got in touch with a lot of friends of mine from Bulgaria.
Oh, man, I feel like that's fine.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
just start. This is a person, and you try it, and you just don't. It's all right. Live do what feels comfortable to you.
Yeah, and
Just
what
to
was
be an
crazy is that
asshole.
I got in touch with two of my good friends from Bulgaria, and they all have grown in the same way that I have.
That's fucking cool.
Taken different path in life, but definitely grown in that same mentality, that same thing of where it's like, I would just want to do my best, so when I'm gone, whoever picks up after me has a better start than I did, and they can push forward.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. That's great.
And then I also noticed how many bad drivers we got during the pandemic.
Bad drivers?
Yeah. It's like insane, dude.
Oh.
The amount of people that have driver's licenses, and I don't even understand how they pass the road test.
Dude, it's funny. It's funny you bring up driving. So the other day, right? I was heading home from work, and I'm on the 287. I'm passing the exit for White Plains.
Okay.
And I'm about to get on the 684. And on that stretch, I don't know, I think it lasted maybe 2 minutes. I see these cars constantly like slowing down. And this is like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning.
Okay.
And I see these cars that keep slowing down, and then I see the other cars on their shoulders. I'm like, yo, what the hell's happening? I was like, this is weird.
Racing?
It's like, this is all.
That's what's happening.
So we get to this part. I'm confused because obviously, I don't partake. And now I'm at the point, I guess, is the front of the line. If you could explain this to me, they're fucking taking up all 3 lanes. You got 2 pretty hooked up cars, but they're black, and the one in the middle is like this fucking kind of like a cow pattern on it. It's like black, kind of like military shit, but it looked more like a cow pattern than military shit. And on the back, and it was like mostly white, and on the back it said, "Don't fuck around," some shit like that. And I'm fucking driving. And these motherfuckers are like, again, I'm on the 287. The fucking speed limit's like 55.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are like doing 40, 30. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like right behind the freaking cow car, and like, yo, what the fuck? So I put on my brights on. Like, they ended up moving, but I'm like, yo, fuck off! I'm trying to go home. I just got out of work. I got a long ass drive. You piece of shit. Let me go, and then you can do your little fucking dance. All right,
I see, that's weird. If they had blocked off everything, because like what we, every time I've been to that type of an event, they would block off the whole thing, so they would stop the traffic. And what happens then is they let the cars that were in the front just go, right? And then they start the race. But it's very weird that they were just rolling very slowly. I don't know. They were probably fucking around, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, don't fuck. It was like, don't fuck around. It's like, motherfucker, get the fuck. Stop fucking around then.
It's beyond me. Yeah.
Yo, shit was so annoying. It's like,
and
dog, it's like, go home.
That is so true.
Tired. I think it was a Saturday night, bro. We got like fucking slammed and shit. Like
that happens, man. I mean, what worries me more is these idiots that go in between cars now with their car, and they go on the white lane and they just split.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Like those type of people are the ones that worry me about.
Shit.
That's stupid. That is straight up stupid.
Just be safe. Oh man, I just wanted to be. What do you think about automated cars? If we were to make every
never
car
gonna happen.
Automated, just let's say hypothetically, let's say we could do it.
Hypothetically, it's never gonna happen because there are moral questions that come with driving that are
moral questions.
Yes,
like what?
They're moral decisions. Like for example, the car loses control. There's a baby on one side.
Oh Oh, that's what you're saying.
They're 50 older people on the other side. The car, if it's automated, the car has to make that choice of who to kill. Like, there is some serious. I think the best that we'll be able to do is to have cruise controls that link to the car before you. Like, so the cruise control link to the car in front of you and behind you, and it becomes like a train.
Yeah.
Right? So that's probably the best thing that we can do. The thing is that once you do that,
like just in Fifth Element. Remember Fifth Element? Bruce Willis back in the day, like those cars that go like down. It's like, oh fucking no, not Mission Impossible. The one with Tom Cruise where he like always running. Minority Report. You see Minority Report?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So, with the wall cars, you know, and they're like going in uniform.
Yeah, I think that's more probable than automated driving. But then again, like, we don't know how the computing power is gonna explode from here on. You know, like.
No, but back, I wonder how many less accidents there would be. There would still be some accidents, like the one that you presented, like the one that you presented, that they have to make those decisions. But I wonder if it's still better than having just everybody
it will
driving.
definitely,
You know what I'm
dude. It will make everything more efficient and less dangerous.
Right, so it would be less people dying, even though it would have to deal with those scenarios.
But what people don't tell you is that when people die in car crashes, most of the time their organs are donated. So you have a major shortage.
People are like...
Yeah, like most drivers, they like most of the families actually. I think if most drivers, like me for example, I'm an organ donor, right?
Yeah.
I have instructed Lisa that if I become brain dead at any point in my life, everything that's not salvageable should be taken away and given to other people. And a lot of those organ donors come from car accidents, including the eyes. Like, when you die, they take away your eyes and they give it to somebody else.
But if you're an organ donor, then that's okay.
Yeah. But, and that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, you have shortage of organs. So that's another... Yeah.
Hold on. I don't want to have to... I don't want to have to keep people dying for the sake of there being organs. I think we.
I mean, we have no other way right now. So.
Oh man, we could do it. Like yeah, but that's I feel like that's borderline. Let's kill people so that we can have organs.
It's not let's kill people. It's let people kill themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a big difference with that.
Oh, but that's not okay.
Like, what do you mean that's not okay? That's how the world works, man.
No, it's not how the world works. Even if that's how the world works, that's terrible. It's like, you're not gonna let people die just because we're gonna need that arm of yours. So I mean, let's not make you safe.
At the end of the day,
what if somebody needs an arm and they? No, that's an exaggerated one.
No, but like let's say like you die in a car accident.
Somebody loses their eyes in a car accident, so they need eye transplant, so they gotta wait for somebody else in that car.
Yep, they do that, and like terrible. Dude, like a lot of times your organs save multiple lives. So it does come a point to where it's like, okay,
oh man,
this dude is brain dead. Like, his brain would never function ever. But everything else is. But that's what I'm saying. That's where most of those organ donors come from car accidents.
So let's invest in fucking stem cell research. So some of that fascinating.
A lot of moral problems over there too.
Neurobiological machines. Wait, what? Neurological. What did you say?
Neurological.
No, what did you say? I was saying something.
I don't know what I was saying. I was saying something too, but I forgot.
So we could invest in that shit.
I said
on stem cell. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, moral problems with stem cells.
What's the moral problem with stem cells?
Best stem cells. Yeah, the best stem cells come from dead fetuses. We just banned abortion. We just removed the federal right of abortion.
So
less fetuses.
No. That's how stem cells were figured out back, originally was through dead fetuses.
Yeah,
they don't use them anymore. They don't use dead fetuses.
But those are the best stem cells. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like
they don't. I'm telling you that they don't use them anymore. Because they figured out that they
anyway.
Well, we're talking about the U.S. What do you mean not in the U.S.? We're talking about the U.S.
No. In the U.S. they don't use it, but I think down in Panama they still use fetuses.
Yeah, but I don't live in Panama. I live in the States, bro. Are we
over here
talking about
like,
the world? Oh man, I can't speak on the world. I'm terrible. I could barely keep up with the U.S. issues, man. You think I would have fucking keep up with the fucking what did you say, Peru?
Yeah. Speaking of U.S., did you hear about those people that drowned that were trying to cross the U.S.-Mexican border by swimming around the border?
No.
Yeah, man, like that was fucked up shit. And then there was another one in Texas where they left the people, and the trailer they left the people to die.
Oh, like dude, no, that shit was fucked up. Did you? I mean, the good news is that they caught the guy. Did you see how they caught him?
No.
This motherfucker pretended to be one of the people in the truck. He laid with the bodies. It was like
Get the fuck out of here.
Straight up, yeah. That was not straight up. They obviously they caught him. He was like all drugged up and shit, but he laid with them.
It's just that
it's messed up, bro.
The way they transport those people like animals is heartbreaking, and like honestly, there's nothing you can do about it,
bro. It's that whole the immigrant mentality, man. Regardless of what you think about the borders and all that shit. My thing is that any human being put in the position that they need to figure out a way to survive, to feed their families, will do their best, will take the best course of action regardless of consequence. And that happens to be a lot of immigrants because they really have no fucking other way than to go somewhere where they can just honestly work. Honestly, they just want to work. And as a simplistic mind that I have, I was like, dude, just fucking. Personally, I would say, you wanna come in here, all right? Boom. We're gonna make you pay taxes. Get a job. You don't have a job between this time, then we'll have to consider your status, because most people want to just come in and better their fucking life. Yes, there are assholes and all this shit, and yes, there's going to be problems, but we can all understand as individuals, as just human people, is like, if you're fucking 2 and 3 year old are fucking dying, you're going to do whatever it takes.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me tell you some crazy story, man. So when I was with my previous company, we had this intern. She was from China. And I spoke to her yesterday. And it struck me. So she's Chinese. She came here. Her mom works for the government. And she used to go back very often to China while she was in school. But now, she found a man. They got engaged. I think they even got married. But her mom couldn't come in, because she works for the Chinese government, and the Chinese government is not letting her come in.
Fuck.
And it's crazy. I was like, get the fuck out of here. She was like, yeah. So they're not having like a big wedding. They're just signed at City Hall. But God damn.
Dude.
Like, dude, the government is like, nope, you can't go see your daughter.
That shit's bananas. Oh, right now, actually, talking about our Chinese fam. Pelosi is supposed to make a trip, or is planning to make a trip to Taiwan.
Oh yeah, they said don't fuck around with that.
China's like, nope, and people are like, bitch, like, fuck, man, that's so fucked up. It's like the fucking Taiwanese people, man. Oh,
yeah.
They're fucking awesome, bro. They're fucking awesome. You know,
They
gave us fucking tonic, bro. Fucking that man. You know that what I was listening to? That's so fucking good, man.
Oh, that's that metal band, yeah.
Yeah, dude. The guy is he's in the government. He's in the Taiwanese government, bro.
Yeah.
The lead singer, and they he actually recently did he was investigated for something, you know, like fucking politicians do. But it seems like it was just some bullshit. I'll put the info on it. But like, it's so fucking cool how this guy went from being, you know, talking the smack on stage to actually trying to make some actual change. You know, that's freaking admirable. You know. But the Chinese government don't give a fuck.
Yep. I forgot where it was.
Yo, damn, man.
I forgot what I was watching, but it was about these islands of Japan that the army has, the U.S. Army has a military base on, and like how people live there and shit like that. I'm wondering if it was Japanese or if it was Taiwan. I don't remember, but it was such an interesting documentary. I have to find the link. I'll put the link over here. It was such an interesting documentary to watch because there's still tensions, man. For some reason, like, don't get me wrong, I admire those East Asian cultures so much, especially the Chinese culture and the Japanese culture, because of the way they're able to band together and work towards a better future. Right? Like, if you think about China in the last 30 years, the feat that they've been able to accomplish, and I think we spoke about that in a previous podcast down in when we're still called the Liquor Store Blues. They legitimately educated so many people at once. Like, the literacy of that country skyrocketed. They're really putting out the work, meaning they're the people that produce shit. They are the people that take the toll for what this production does to the environment. They're the people who deal with everything, and they're moving like a tidal wave. Not even a wave. I cannot even call it like a bulldozer. Slowly, but moving everything away out of their path. And I told you, like, when I was down in Mexico, dude, Huawei was big in Mexico. Huge, to the point where they had Chinese workers there. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck are we not paying attention to that? Like, dude, like, I guarantee you, if they get a stronghold in Mexico, and I think they will be able to, and I will talk about how invasive Huawei products are, because they just give away so much data.
Yeah.
And like the Chinese government, because it's a Chinese company, the Chinese government has access to that data. It is mind blowing, but nobody's fucking paying attention to Mexico, man. Like, dude,
bro, it's just fascinating watching it in real time. You know, like
but
because like Russia and Ukraine's relationship is the same as the Chinese and the Taiwanese government, and we're just seeing them, you know, just like do shit. And it seems like most of the world is like, yo, stop. You know, that's not cool. But they're like,
yeah, no. Putin, that motherfucker, man.
And
I'm telling
like,
you.
Yo, it really is a fascinating time to be alive. If you're bored, I don't know what you're doing, dude, because holy shit, there's really so much going on in real time, bro.
Dude, I think that Putin is gonna go, man. I think that somebody is gonna off him soon. Like,
think so?
If he hasn't been offed already, yeah. Like, dude.
If Putin hasn't been offed already?
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you something. You don't start a war in Europe. Like, that's something that the whole world has agreed on, especially the Europeans. Well, no, after 2, they were like, yo, fuck, we had enough of that shit.
That's what I'm saying. They've already agreed to this thing twice.
It's like,
We did this already. Knock it off. Fucking.
it doesn't end well.
Oh man, I forget who it was. It was just it was a comedian. Just like, yo, just drop off a fucking weed, man. Just guys, just mellow out, please.
Oh, I know, when he was like, yo, he was going to go to Iraq and just bomb. Oh my God. And then he had the cell phone shit.
Bomb with all
the weed. And he's like,
Jesus.
he was like taking a toke of the weed. He was like,
Yeah.
bro, I have a cell phone and I'm dressed like a genie. What's up?
Oh man.
Like, oh, who was that? Fuck. Oh, we have
That
to.
wasn't Peters, right?
You mean Peter Sellers? Nah.
No, not him. Oh, dang it.
Shit.
Russell Peters.
Russell Peters?
Is that Russell Peters?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
But either way, that's just funny, man. It's just
no,
man.
we'll find it. We'll Google it.
Yeah.
We'll put the link on the bottom to the
George will
joke.
find it. He'll send me the link.
Yeah, that was a great joke, man, because it hit it like right on the nail. Oh, speaking of jokes, this dude Andrew Schulz, right? He had sold his special. Yo, first of all, they canceled the Chappelle show somewhere. I don't know if you know that. He had to change the venue because the workers on the venue. So it was the venue for Purple Rain, right?
The venue for Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the place. I'll put it right here. You know, this is the name right here. So
It may be up here.
yeah, it's
Just
right there.
because it may be, you know.
Yeah, it's right there.
This guy just pointing, I got to figure it out.
It's right there. Anyway, so Chappelle had this show, and apparently there was like a protest outside, but that would happen at the second venue because he had to change venues because in the first venue, the people straight up said, we're not going to work. Like, and they had to cancel the show like 2 hours before the show started. He had to, and then he switched the venue. Rogan was talking about it with Andrew Schulz. And from that same podcast, Andrew Schulz had a special going on that he had sold to a streaming service. And dude, last minute, they were like, nah, you need to cut some jokes out. And he was like, yo, fuck you, I'm not cutting any jokes.
Yeah.
Like, no. And they're like, all right, well, we're not streaming. And he was like, fuck you then. So he released it on his website, and it's going to be up until July 30th. So if you like our humor, if you like the comedians that we're talking about, go check him out. It's relatively cheap special. Just buy it. It will be yours forever. We're going to put the link right here and then in the description because, dude, just this whole bullshit of like trying to control what people should and should not say because you don't agree with it should stop. Like, that is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous, and it is something that I've come from. My father has lived through that, where you cannot speak your mind because the government was saying to shut the fuck up, right? Which is people. And now the same thing is happening here, but it's starting from the people. And I guarantee you that if we continue in this trend, we might have some very serious First Amendment issues. And, you know, some of those might be taken away. So it's very important to let people speak their mind.
That's a very interesting question. Yeah, because at first I'm like, well, the whole cancellation thing is interesting to me. But at first I was like, well, if they don't want to, they just don't want to work, then they can choose not to work. So then it's the people's choice, and they don't want him there. So then I guess that's just a place where he doesn't perform. But at what point does it become discrimination? If it's just just a venue and they're just supposedly for business, like isn't that? Please do correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the same as or similar to not letting somebody do business in your store because something that that you disagree with, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not
Like,
saying
is
that
it-
they're legal.
No, 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 no,
or
no, no. I'm just asking the general question.
It definitely becomes
yeah.
discrimination at any point, right? And as a business, it's you
Right, like-
kind of have the right to discriminate. Like, I hate to say it, but it is the truth, and I'm not holding it against them.
Right.
It's just funny to do it in the way that it was done, like 2 hours before. You know, if there was an issue, the issue should have
People be indecisive,
right?
People be last minuters. You know,
So-
I definitely fall in that camp.
And you know, to do it for jokes, and that's why, like, I do struggle with that a lot, because at one part of my thought process is like, yeah, it's a private business. I can serve you or not serve you, depending on my likes or dislikes. But then at the same time, it's like also discriminating against those people.
And they're jokes.
Not only their jokes, like, be it jokes, cakes, whatever. Like, you're discriminating against somebody for being themselves. And that's such a struggle for me, because
I mean, see, like I think to me the emphasis is on their comedians and their jokes, because I could see people not liking somebody's personality or who they are, but because, you know, you could just be a dick. But a comedian is just, dude, this is number one is don't take me seriously. These are just jokes.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, man.
Like,
So
I personally, like, I've listened to some Andrew Schulz. He's pretty funny. But like,
did you see his crowd work special on YouTube?
I haven't seen his specials. I've only seen like clips of his shows. Like more when he deals with people.
Uh-huh.
And like those are pretty funny. No, but I should check out some at least one of his specials. But it's just comedians, man. You know, like they're jokes. That's it. They cannot hurt you. They're not, you know, they're not freaking prophesizing and you know, gathering a group of people. It's like, bro, they're just fucking jokes. You know, like also like another thing that I keep seeing is like people just keep comparing Joe Rogan to like the fucking right wing, and you know I just keep seeing like these memes and shit. You know, I'm like, bro, that's like this guy's made it pretty clear plenty of times how first of all how left he is, but he's just a dude. He's just a freaking MMA comedian that just hosts a fucking podcast.
That's what he was talking about.
Seriously, they're fucking comedians, dude. Just mellow the fuck out.
That's what he was talking about with the guy that made Idiocracy. You know, no, Mike
Judd.
Yeah,
Judge.
Mike Judge. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, that was not supposed to be a prophecy, bro. Like, that was supposed to be a funny show. Like, what the fuck? But
Just ha 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 ha.
it's I like him as an interviewer. As a comedian, he's good. You know, he's not the best, but he's good. I like the way he thinks. I like the people that he interviews. I think
it's pretty funny. Yeah.
I find those people very interesting. There was actually a podcast that I was listening with him and Mikey Musi something. He's a black belt jiu-jitsu champion. And like, that kid is 25, man, and so full of life. And I'm like, in a way, he reminded me of like the shit that I wanted to do at his age. He was like, oh yeah, I just moved to Singapore because I wanted to be closer to this person and that person. And I'm like, dude, you moved continents because you just wanted to hang out with people and train with them? Like, that's dope. That's dope.
That's fucking great. Absolutely. Hell yeah.
And you know, that's another thing that I was talking about earlier with the change in my personality, that before I would be like, oh shit, man, I should have done this and I should have done that. And now it's like, okay, this person is doing it. I want to do something similar. Let me see what I can learn from them. Let me see how their personality is or what they're doing that I'm not doing.
There's so much to learn from other people, bro.
Yeah.
There's so much to learn.
And
for real.
That's very, very interesting. And it's, I saw the change in myself, and it is good.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
And during that pandemic, the
good,
one
bro.
thing that I did is grow as a fucking person, and that's awesome.
Boom. There you go. And because we were lucky in that sense. You know what I'm saying? We had an opportunity.
Yeah.
To do something. Luckily we.
And now, traffic and air travel are bonkers. Like, I don't know how much money those air companies are gonna make, but dude, everybody's
we're gonna
flying.
fry, bro. We're gonna fry like in the next couple of years of shit.
I mean, yeah. Listen,
goodbye and thanks for all the fish.
It's not an emergency until it's an emergency, and then I think that
absolutely, bro.
I think that we're very good with dealing with emergencies. I think that's why there's that much friction on global warming, is because you have these people that are just I don't know. I mean, I understand that the Earth goes through cycles, but if your ice caps are melting, it should tell you something.
If it's like gone a lot faster than like recorded history.
And what worries me?
It's gonna fill up really quickly.
What worries me is that all those melting stuff is gonna bring out viruses and bacteria that we are not equipped to deal with.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Yeah, because like
I mean, let's be honest. That's also the plot of Tomorrow's War.
Oh, I what is that? I don't know.
You haven't seen it on Netflix?
No, but hold on. But do viruses survive like that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, definitely bacteria, bro. Bacteria survives everything, man. Bacteria is the fucking shit. We think we're special. Nuh-uh, son. Bacteria be in space just like
chilling. Yeah, floating.
No, I'm fine. This is my life now. I'll adapt.
Yeah, man. It's
Jesus.
I'm curious what the future will bring. I'm definitely excited about it because I think that people are starting to realize that they can control shit and they can control themselves. And that's one very important thing. And they're more aware of their actions. So that's always a good thing. Also, our access to information is unprecedented compared to history, right? Like right now, every single day you have access to more and more information than the day before. And it's what you choose to do with it. And, I started doing this little experiment where I would learn how to manipulate the algorithms of search engines, of video channels, shit like that, where I would start looking for one specific thing because I understand that the algorithm is there to cater to my liking is the best way I can describe it. So instead of like dumb videos on Instagram, I started following certain people like Dr. Andra Patrick, Jocko, a couple of Formula One guys, just more positive stuff. And that has also helped my life a lot, which,
dope.
I'm not as angry. It has to do. Great. It has to do with me working out. It has to do with like a lot of different things. But
yeah, it definitely.
It does stuff to you, and yeah, man. That's except the bad drivers. I don't know how the fuck we got so many bad drivers all of a sudden.
Use the goddamn turn signal, please. Get off the left lane, you asshole. You piece of shit. Get out. Get off.
I have places to be. I got the tickets.
It's the passing lane, man. Just go passing or move. And,
I got the ticket money.
Huh?
I got ticket money.
Ticket money.
Government contribution.
Things governments.
Yeah. Let's be honest over here. It's all about the government. Because that's the way you rule yourself. Baby. That's the way you...
What you want to do, huh?
So that's the way you rule yourself. That's the way you govern yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to build systems.
Yeah, but so why the
are
fuck is everybody on an
adaptable.
agenda? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Oh man, because they're people. They get greedy. And when you're greedy and you go for a long time not being checked, you kind of get used to it. So now when people are getting checked, like you said, now there's information. Before they could hide, all this shit could be hidden, or not even necessarily hidden, but people just don't know about this shit. But now we see things happening. It's like, oh shit, this person did this, and they're in office. Holy, what? That's not okay. Which is
do you have Prime?
which one's Prime?
Amazon.
Oh, that's not Optimus.
No, not there yet.
Yeah.
So if you have Prime, then you have access to all the Bond movies currently.
James Bond.
All the James Bond movies. And I was like, I never got into it.
Same.
So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. And I watched the first one.
The very first one?
The very first one with Sean Connery.
Oh.
Dr. No. Dude, Spectre is there. That's the original villain. It's that organization that the latest Bond was fighting. Spectre.
I don't know.
Spectre. Whatever, like Daniel Craig Bond.
Oh.
Right? Like he's fighting that organization.
Oh, yeah. There was a 007 Inspector. I remember that.
Yeah. And that is from the get-go. And, not for nothing, but it was a very, very good movie. It was good writing, good directing, good storyline. It obviously made you aware that it was a movie. There was a lot of interesting dialogue. And I was like, holy shit. Like, now I understand why people got into it so much. So I watched the first one, which is Dr. No. I watched the second one, which was GoldenEye. I think it's called. No, not
So
GoldenEye.
I'm guessing in the first one, the Spectre organization gets away?
Well, no,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, from a movie from the
30 years
70s.
ago.
From the 60s. What, 30 years ago? 60 years ago. Dude.
Damn.
1963 was the
30
movie.
years ago was, jeebus.
1963 is that movie.
Yeah, dang. All right. Yeah.
And like it's good. Like it is good.
Bro, we're 30 years away from being in the 50s again.
Yo, that is true.
Well,
we're currently in the
Time
20s.
rules, bro. I know. Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
Oh, man. 20s are awesome, bro.
The roaring 20s.
Yeah. The COVID 20s.
For real.
Oh, man.
For real.
It's...
That is a good one. That's how I guarantee you some historian's going to watch this show and he's going to be like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to call them. The COVID 20s.
Yeah, dude. One of my favorite religious phrases, count your blessings. Like, I like that,
Interesting.
And that's because like it's like, it sounds weird when you say count your lucks. That just sounds weird. But like the word blessings, like it has this undertone of, at least the way I see it, graciousness and luck and just grateful and just good feelings. So like when you say count your blessings in moments where you're really reminiscent on your good fortune, it's just like hits right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I have a theory about fortune.
Fortune.
Yeah, fortune and luck.
Do it.
I have a theory about it. All right.
A hypothesis?
Very good one, too.
Love it.
Luck happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Luck happens when preparation meets opportunity.
So luck is always when you were preparing, doing the work in the background.
Right.
And you got that opportunity.
Presents itself.
Yeah, and you take it, and because you were prepared, you succeed.
Right.
Like, that is That's another thing that I learned during the pandemic, by the way.
Yeah, I like that because I feel like almost in the sense of somebody the argument being, oh, but I really wasn't prepared. It's like, no, you not in the moment you weren't prepared. It's like you were prepared because this is something that you did.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know, you were a carpenter, and the test was, oh, can you make a table? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's cool.
that's my take on luck. And you know, once you realize that, man, you just want to work harder, and you want to work smarter, and you want to work
every day, bro.
and want to work every day. Yeah.
Every fucking day.
Just do something. Do one thing, man. That shit fucking compiles.
Something you love. Something.
You got Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that Murders in the Building?
No. I'm pretty basic. I kind of stick to my simple stuff, so I don't like watch a lot.
That
of
is super
things.
simple.
Yeah.
It's very good. You should try it.
No. I'm saying.
Because
Is it funny?
It is hilarious.
Oh, there you go. I'm sold.
It is. I've never seen.
I'm good. I'm good. By the way, thank you.
Very good. I've never seen a series that can make murder mystery so entertaining and funny. And the keyword is funny, because that is such a funny show. And the fact that like they renewed it for a second season, I think they're gonna have a third one too. But just the way it captures human behavior so well that it's entertaining, but it's also light. It's not something serious, and you know, I don't know how else to explain it.
That sounds good. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of it's gonna sound mad childish, but it's kind of what one of the reasons why I like Rick and Morty, because as ridiculous as this TV show is,
I'm gonna go get some water. Keep talking.
Yeah. No, I need you to hear this.
I'm gonna hear you.
Oh, all right.
The thing is that once I get off my headphones, once I take them off, I cannot hear no more.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'm like whispering out loud. You know what I'm saying?
You're like a night DJ right now, bro.
I look what?
You sound like a nighttime DJ.
Like a nighttime
yeah,
DJ.
like one of those. You could be a very good golf commentator.
Yeah, I gotta get into golf first, bro. It's not in the foreseeable future. Well, but then again, it depends on the numbers, you know.
It is.
So, one of the reasons why I like Rick and Morty is, not despite, because I fucking love it. Like it's so ridiculous. For example, one of the episodes is interdimensional cable. And it's this episode in which Rick just has this, you know, he's a freaking super genius. So he has this, walks into his family, they're watching like TV. He takes off the cable box and puts like this weird scientific cable box and lets him see like interdimensional fucking cable. So he just like jumps around through episodes. They even did a second episode because it was so good. And like there's this one channel he goes on and they're explaining how they make a meatloaf or something like that, and they're all just made up words. It's just all just like random shit. There's this other episode where there's like a man versus a car. We're back to man versus car, and today we have this man fighting this car, and then like they go at it, and like the fucking car just runs over the guy, like fucking like just like kills him. Yeah, you know, it's like so ridiculous. But there's always like this like philosophical undertone, or this not a meaning, you know, like in the like, oh, that was deep, but it's like that should be getting deep. You know, it explores a lot about who Rick is, like how he views his family, how his family views him, how Morty views him, and like this, like it's really, like I really do enjoy the story behind a lot of the episodes. Don't get me wrong, about 75 to 80% of the reason I love the fucking show is because I love the freaking cartoon aspect of it. It's just so like the stories they're just bananas. They're just like weird ass stories, but
yeah, they are weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, I better not see that on if I do shrooms.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good. just like pick an episode, any episode. It's just so random. He makes it. There's this one episode where he's obsessed with this McDonald's sauce, this Szechuan sauce that they made for this movie Mulan. It's so weird. There's probably one of the most famous ones is when he turns himself into a pickle, becomes Pickle Rick. It's fucking great. He fights a bunch of rats. It's like, dude, yes, more of Rick and Morty always, please.
That's a good one. Pickle Rick fighting off rats.
Yo, yeah, it's so good.
The rats all when they master Splinter.
Yeah, bro.
They were bad clones from a different future where Shredder turned Master Splinter into a bad guy.
And there you go. Now you got another story.
Yeah, they should definitely do that shit, man.
Yo, dude, creating things is so cool.
Yeah,
it's like stories. You just make up a story,
and run with it.
Yeah.
Be the hero of your own movie.
Yeah. Enjoy your own movie. Make your movie entertaining if you can. Not trying to be one of those fucking The Secret shits where it's like, oh, just look at the bright side. Telling somebody that's like doesn't even have water. Not saying that. It's just shit sucks. Yeah, I guess.
No, it's good, man. It's way better than it was before.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
For example, I would have not wanted to live in the Middle Ages.
Bro.
That would have been an unfortunate thing.
Well, am I in Europe or am I in America? Because it sounds like
anywhere in the world during those times, bro. Like the chance of you dying by the age of 1 were astronomical. Yeah, the chances of you dying by the age of...
That's what they had a lot of people. Pa.
Yeah. That's
survival. That's the name of the game. Bro, that's the name of the game is fucking survival. It's just... We gotta survive. Stop hurting each other. Stupid.
But what if I really want to? Like...
Oh, man.
Because it's so weird, but I'm staunch supporter of the ability of any nation to go to war with another nation for their own reasons. Like
what?
Yeah, I know, right? It sounds confusing. So let's say you and I were neighbors, right? Like we're sitting right now, and then one day I decide, or you decide to be like, yeah, fuck you, and just like start beating me. For some reason, and I don't understand why, like I haven't been able to formulate the defense about that opinion, but to me, that's okay. And especially if that happens with countries, right? Like to me, that is okay because every country has, and every nation has the right to defend their actions. And if they're, or their desires. And if their desires are just that they want to fuck shit up, for some reason, I'm okay with it because from my point of view, to me, that's just life. That's just what my current circumstances have become, and it is for me to react to those circumstances. It's almost what I believe that it makes people autonomous. And I'm not saying that your upbringing doesn't play a role in your actions, but
you're okay with people defending themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and preparing.
Oh yeah.
Putting things in structure so that they don't get attacked.
Correct. Yeah. Like that's very important.
But I think so. You understand why? Oh yeah, somebody wants to hit me. I get it. They're mad about something, but I could still punch them in the face.
Oh, absolutely. You reserve the right to retaliate.
Hell yeah. Don't be punching people in the face. You get punched back.
Or countries.
Yeah, it's not nice. Jesus Christ, just be fucking nice.
Yeah, no, there's some people that need to go though. Like,
man,
and that
yeah.
requires violence. It's weird, and that requires violence. Like, it is weird that.
Oh man, but it's. I feel like that's that statement. It needs so much more oomph. Like, what do you mean? Some people need to go. I don't.
There's some really bad people out there in the world that just need to be killed.
You're for the death penalty?
That's another moral issue for me.
Personally, I depending. Remember, like it depends on the situation. Depending on the situation, it should be it's up to the family that was affected by the person, the perpetrator.
Yeah.
You know, if they decide,
That's a good one.
if they decide that it is, then it's totally up to them.
Yo,
It's
that
totally,
is a
it's totally
good
up to
one.
them. But it's like, because I don't want to speak into to nobody's pain. I don't want to. And if I were in that scenario, I'd like to think that my answer would be no. You know, no, we can't do that shit. But those.
But see, there's another issue with life in prison is that, you know, depending on the person,
But you can't let them back out.
No, you can't. Of course, you can't. I'm not advocating for that. But what I'm saying is that they will become probably more powerful in that. They will wield a lot of power because, let's say, if I'm going for life, dude, I'm gonna make sure that I'm the top dog in that yard. Like, there's no... because I've talked to people that have come out of jail, dude, there it is legitimately as primitive as it can get. Like...
There's a lot of a lot. You know.
And dude, if I ever go for life, like there was this movie, man, it was with that dude that played in other movies, and that's so stupid because actors, you know. No, it wasn't. Shit. Not The Accountant. No, the guy was a financier. We'll put the movie title right here.
Movie.
I fucking hate that movie.
I love that movie. Ben Affleck, Batman.
Right here. This this is the movie that I'm talking about. So, in that movie, he gets life sentence, not life, but like long sentence for driving drunk and killing somebody.
Ooh.
And he's a financier, and then he gets into this gang. And then they were like, well, guess what? Like, when he was leaving, they were like, guess what? There's no way out. Like, you're in it for life. Like, this is it. And he was like, no, fuck you. And they were like, well, fuck us. All right, we're going to fuck your family then. So my man decided to commit another crime, go back to jail, and killed the boss. So he doesn't fuck with his family. And I was like, yo, if I was faced with something like that, 100%. Like,
Bro.
Not even, I don't know. It also depends on
That's
the jail.
what I'm saying. I can't speak on your decisions, you know? It's just, that shit is tough, man. That shit is nobody want to go to prison. Please, don't man.
Don't do dumb shit.
Yeah, dude.
Be a productive citizen. Do your best. You know?
Yeah, there's this dude that there's two guys, but mainly there's one dude who I forget his name. I'll put his name up. But it was this cat who went to prison for like 10 years and 10, 15, something like that. Since he came out, I guess, as like this YouTube channel where he talks about experiences. People ask him things about prison, how do you do this, or how do you deal with that, and all this stuff. I mean, like on the picture that he paints, it's just pretty real. Talks about if you're new and you're like worried about what do you got to do and this and that. It's like just you gotta join a clique. You know, you gotta go. You know, they'll take care of you. It's like all that shit about, you know, being kind of like cool with everyone. It's like that's one of those things that you just.
I'm gonna start my own clique.
You gotta go to your clique.
I'm gonna start my own clique. We're gonna call ourselves the Nerd Assassins.
The Nerd Assassins.
The Nerd Assassins. And
but no, hold on. But you know, he talks about that shit. But it's like, and you know, just do your time. You know, nobody's like, they don't fuck with you. You know, like even people in your clique, they're not gonna like fuck with. They're not gonna make you like fucking suck their dick and something like that. Like if somebody like does that shit, like there's repercussions. Like that's not a thing. You know, like there are people that you know. That like that shit, but like most people, like they don't do that,
and they have enforcers,
right? But it was like, but sometimes, you know, if you got to do a thing, if you're like the top dogs coming, like you got to do this, then you got to do this, and it's not like, oh, you're gonna like do something and now you're good. It's like, nah, you're gonna have more time added to your sentence. So they were also talking about like how there's people that go in there for like like some small shit, but they get stuck in that scenario, in that circumstance, that they have to like fucking do a deal, and now they got an extra 10 years added to the fucking sentence.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Like that shit is like that's just tough. That shit. Yeah, no. Oh man.
I'll take my chances in court. Thank you very much,
bro.
Like that freedom, dude. When I was arrested, that was the first time and the last time. And I was like, I'm never going back. I will do my best, never to fucking touch that shit again,
bro.
Never to see the inside of a cell. That's some bullshit, man. That's straight up bullshit. And yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
like. We live in a society. Learn how to fucking play that shit. It is interesting, and it you know what the thing is though. It requires patience. It requires a lot of patience.
For what?
No, just to
go through the system.
Go through the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely. No, that's kind of one of the things that he said. They talked about. It's like, yeah, no, man, just you gotta wait that shit out. Try to, you know. As they say, keep your nose clean. Just
what you gonna do if you go to prison?
I don't know, man. Just
I already have a plan for that.
Defend myself. Do what I gotta do, and be a good person. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna start my own clique. I told you. We're gonna call ourselves the Nerd Assassins.
Nerd Assassins.
Yeah. I'm gonna get them like samurai books and shit. Teach them about discipline and honor.
How you gonna get those books?
Oh, there's plenty of books in the penitentiary.
So you're gonna,
I don't think they're gonna.
No, I thought you meant like you were gonna give them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Oh, dude, I will definitely go on every social media possible before I'm able to, and be like, yo, send me Japanese samurai books, please. I'm starting my own clique in prison. I'm going away for 5 years.
Start a GoFundMe and shit.
There you go. Start a GoFundMe.
People are gonna start punking you, man. They're gonna send you some bullshit.
No. Like, I mean,
like stuffed jail, animals and shit.
The jail is gonna weed out those because they go through your mail either way.
That's right.
But like, for example, you know, make them read the Book of Five Rings. Make them disciplined and make them patient, and just be like, yo, we're here to protect ourselves. We don't fuck around. We're here to do the time. While we're doing the time, we're gonna better ourselves. We're gonna learn some skills. One of those skills would definitely have to be fighting. You know, like especially Krav Maga. You can train. It's a proper martial art. You can use it. You know, the Israeli Defense Forces using it. So I'm gonna try to do that, and I'm gonna. Like, let's say I'll do everything possible to stay out of jail as long as possible so I can pick up the fighting skills and learn as much as possible, right? Because once you're inside, I guarantee it's probably bad. Meaning, when I say bad, like you don't have the time to train, don't have the access to literature.
You're inside, you're just figure that shit out.
Yeah.
You know?
And then, and it's going to be my own clique.
Do they have like martial art Olympics from the military, from the service people, because I would love to see,
No, but they
different,
had-
from different military.
Dude,
from
remember
around
they
the
had
world.
that show? I don't know if it was called Fight Science
Fight science.
or it was on History Channel. Fight Science or Soldier versus Soldier, where they would put different types of special forces. So, for example, they'll
that
put
sounds
like
familiar.
Spetsnaz versus Navy SEAL.
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
But I forgot the name of
I
it.
don't know. If we find it, we'll put it up.
Oh, I
as
think it
we
was
do.
Warrior versus
Put
Warrior.
all the things up.
I think it was Warrior versus Warrior.
Was it that? It may be that.
Oh, they should bring Deathmatch back.
Celebrity Deathmatch?
Yeah, Celebrity Deathmatch.
The claymation thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a shit. They brought it back. They brought it back briefly. I just don't think people were watching it. But they brought it back briefly.
Yeah. I remember that. It was a while back too.
What was that?
I'm scratching my balls.
No, you like.
Scratching my balls.
No way. It was like higher.
I don't fucking know, man. You're knocking the microphone. That's what it was.
Este way.
Oh, but yeah, and that's my plan. If I go to jail, I don't think I'm gonna go to jail though.
No, nobody should want to go to jail. I mean, there are those stories where people that have been to jail come out cannot adjust, so they rather go back. That's bananas, man.
Sometimes you like that smell, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
real
still.
quick. Black Panther 2. You should check it out, man. Black Panther 2 looks pretty goat. Looks pretty goat. Yeah, looks pretty goat. Yeah. Well, one of the new characters is Namor.
Okay.
It's Namor the Submariner, which is the simplest way I could put it. He's the Marvel version of Aquaman. But they casted this Mexican dude. And it seems to be they seem to show some indigenous Mexican architecture in the flag.
Nice.
Yeah. So
It would be funny if they have the Coast Guard just pull him over.
Shit, that shit's awesome. You gotta see that shit. What'd you say?
I said it would be funny if the Coast Guard just pulls him over, ask for his papers.
If the Coast Guard, probably, man.
Like,
yeah.
hey,
People still
come
racist
here.
in the Marvel universe.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Like,
Yeah, bro.
oh, they should tell. Yo, somebody should start making spoofs of Marvel shows. There's so much. There's so many jokes you can write.
Spoofs? What you mean?
Like, for example, Spaceballs.
You trying to be racist?
No, like Spaceballs. Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely freaking like. If he casted that Mexican, I would so put that scene with the Coast Guard just pulling him over while he's riding a dolphin. Oh no, he's riding a whale.
No, he doesn't ride whales. He flies.
I thought he was Aquaman equivalent.
No, he doesn't.
He just
He
flies
doesn't talk to the fish.
Oh,
That's why I said in the simplest way I could put it. They don't have the same powers, but he's basically underwater and stuff.
But you just told me he flies.
Yeah, but he flies. He also flies. He is on the water, but he also flies.
But can he
People
breathe
can do two
underwater?
things. Yeah, he lives underwater.
Oh. So he can
This
definitely
guy.
fucking ride a whale then. He's just too lazy to do it. He can talk to the fish.
No, he can't talk to. I just saw he doesn't talk to fish.
Oh, he doesn't talk to fish?
No, yeah. So he would have to trick a whale. A whale has to be swimming by, and he has to like jump on it or something.
What a carrot. Just a bunch of fish in the front dangling.
No, they eat plankton. Whales eat plankton.
Yeah, I don't fucking know what they eat. I think
Get
you're right,
your
though.
facts straight, bro.
I think you're right. No, then he should be like doing a shark thing.
A shark thing.
Yeah, like riding a shark.
That's Aquaman then. That's Jason Momoa.
More.
Yeah, he's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Oh no, he's really nice. I had him over for drinks the other day. You know, drinks a lot of beer, throws axes. Pretty cool guy.
Nice.
No, straight up, that's what he does. He drinks a lot of beer, throws axes. Yeah, no, the dude's cool.
Like, do you think you could ever be an actor?
I don't think so. No.
Why?
I laugh too much. I can't be serious.
Oh, they laugh all the time.
No, like if there was a camera and I needed to like do a role, I genuinely think I couldn't stop laughing. I wouldn't be able to.
Ah.
Knowingly being serious for the sake of it, it's hard.
Because I was thinking, and I'm like, you know what, man? I don't think I'll be able to handle the lifestyle.
Oh.
Like, you know, we're
This
talking
guy
about a
already
movie.
succeeded as an actor. I'm thinking about how to be an actor. You're like, well, you know, this would be the success would be too much.
Yeah, no. Not only the success, even the failures. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sustain that. Like, it's nah.
You can't sustain the success and failures?
No. I wouldn't be able to go through. Right, because like it's mostly failure, success, a little success, failure.
Yeah, it's just like life, bro.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I already got one life. I don't want to live.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So let's say 10 years ago you started acting. You would handle those failures.
Probably not. I think like I would be, and probably because I'm more interested in the art form than in anything, is stand-up comedy than acting, and it's because it's the type of medium that I can relate to and that I like. Right. I don't like, there's some really good actors out there, and
Christian Bale,
and yeah, true. And
hell yeah.
I just don't think that it would be something that I would do good. Not that I've tried it, but because like in a way I feel like it's professional lying. You're pretending to be somebody else. And
don't forget that there are some actors who what's his name? The guy from Matthew McConaughey.
yeah.
The movie where he in the 70s. Holy crap!
Oh, shit. Dazed and Confused.
Yes. Supposedly this dude wasn't an actor. I think it was like the director or the writer. They saw him and they were like, "Hey, I want you to be in the movie," and then they like brought him in. So he wasn't even like trained or nothing. Such that in one of his interviews, there's a scene where he goes, "All right." Remember that scene where when he meets the redhead? He describes it as they just told him to like, okay, just talk to her or whatever. And I forget specifically what they meant, but he explains how like every all right is like, okay, she's a redhead. No, it's like okay, she's a redhead. She likes this music and she's looking for a party. So like in his head, that's what he thought. It's like all right, and then he built from that. So to him, those three times he said that meant something because he was just trying to like be in characters. Like he was like counting the things he knew about her so that he could actually do a thing.
Nice.
So man, don't get me wrong, if the opportunity presented itself, I'd be like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'm going in there and expecting failure. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you're gonna go in there and say, all right.
No, like don't get me wrong. Like I'm going to give it my all, but I'm expecting failure. But like, yeah, fuck it. Opportunities, man. Hell yeah, I've taken them.
Oh yeah,
say that
all the time. All the time. Let's see how far deep we are.
I think we're pretty deep. Yeah.
All right, we're at like an hour and 30. Let's end it on that opportunity. Peace. Thank you for joining us once again. And as you know, we're going to put in when the next episode is going to drop. And
I like this motion. We're going to, know. Nothing's going here right now for the date, bro.
We're just pointing. Number one. You're
the best pointer, bro.
I just like to point this stuff.
You're like one of those hunting dogs, you know.
Exactly. There it is.
Thanks again.
Thank you for joining once again. Yep. See ya later. Peace.